What is up? What is up, y'all? Ended up sleeping hella late. Hella late. I cannot believe this. Gotta change this. Wait, are we on day 19? Or am I tripping? Are we on day 17? I mean 18. No, I think we're on day 19. Oof. Oh my goodness. I ended up waking up hella late, so we gotta jump right into this because I still gotta go until my time of 1:30. But it's okay because the fact that I'm showing up late and the fact that I still am gonna be here and I'm not gonna have as much time to study is still just as goaded as if I came on time. So let's go and immediately jump here. Let me try and get this website open first. And what was I writing about? I know it was some. Oh, I don't think I saved the website, but I probably still have it in my history. But I believe I was writing the amperage of a power supply. So how do I get to? Where's my history? I never looked through my history, so I don't even know. Actually, where the hell would you find that? Oh, right here. I'm like, yo. With the GPU view. What is it? Let me open this whole thing up. Power supply bit. Oh, I forgot. I think I might have been learning it through. AI. Okay, let me come back. Now let me show you the screen. Bammers. What is up, Harish? What is up? What is up? How much did I write? I think this is where it came from. Damn, I should have had this already set up, but I woke up late. This is A's for power supply. Oh, that's why. I put power supply, basic teaching of amperage for the PC power supply. I don't know, they wrote something a little different than what I have here. Maybe it's similar. Yeah, I think it's just similar. Did I do power equals? You know, I don't think I wrote down that formula. I'm gonna have to do that right now. Bammers, now we're studying. Now we got this. Hey, what is up, Aniket? How are you, my guy? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How is school? If school is still going. Y'all probably got vacation right now, no? I don't know how college be. So you come with good news. I got that freelancing gig. Hey, that's what's up. That is super dope, man. Should be crazy proud of yourself. That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm so happy that you told me that. Because you definitely said this before. And I was like I thought about it. And then I was like, oh, I guess maybe because you never came back. So that's what's up, man. That is what's up. So now we got to make sure that we get this voltage. We're in down. So I'm right here. By the way, I'm taking notes and I'm yapping. It says, this is wow, what work are you doing? Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, I wonder if I think I forgot. I think I forgot what it is because I don't think it was web dev. No, I believe it might have been. It might have been software engineering, or am I tripping? I don't know. Let me know, Anacat. Feel like I could be tripping. You said full stack website for a startup. Oh, okay, okay. That's super dope, man. I am so proud of you. I am super proud. By the way, if y'all are new here, man, make sure you end up hitting that sub button. I come on every single day to go and study at 12:30 p.m. all the way up until 1:30 p.m. We did wake up a little bit late today. Completely my fault. I'm actually going to explain exactly why this happened. Was because yesterday, well, was it yesterday? I don't know. My days are so mixed up because I work into the night. So I don't know what yesterday is anymore. But I believe it was yesterday. And I happened to go to sleep. I believe. No, I went to sleep at 5 in the morning. I don't know why that happened, but I went to sleep at 5 in the morning. But then I kept thinking for some reason that I was gonna miss my stream when I was trying to wake up and I didn't have my phone around me to get me up. And then there was just another thing that just kept me awake. So I ended up getting up, but then I got up 5 hours later. So now it was 10 p.m. and then I kind of was just awake until I streamed and stuff like that. But then that resulted in me waking up late today because I basically did a 10-hour shift. Well, I think that day I did a 11-hour shift. And then the next day I did a 10-hour shift. So by the time I eventually got home to sleep for today, I was exhausted. You know what I mean? Because I think I did the 11-hour shift before I did my 5-hour sleep. So it was 11-hour shift, 5-hour sleep, wake up, 10-hour shift. I was slumped. Like there was just nothing I could have done. I was exhausted. Which am I writing? Oh yeah, I'm in wattage. I'm like, what the hell? But I was exhausted. So I was like, yeah. And I slept like a mother effer. But I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna come on. Because I had that thought. I was like, should I just skip stream? It's not on the right time. I'm probably gonna be like 20 minutes later. And so I decided to still pop up, and I feel like that's a little bit more motivating for me, and it could be a little bit more inspiring for others. You know, to be like, even though you might not have your full hour, you might be like 45 minutes to 30. Still get up, keep pushing, even if you didn't really sleep well. You know what I mean? You said I'm full stack website for a startup. You're using React, Node, SQL. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, 'cause I had no idea about React, SQL, Node. I wasn't even ready for no type of no types of that. So that's super dope, man. It says, wow, where did you get the gig? He said an old friend of mine recommended me, and boom, here I am. Hey, what's up, Aniket? It says, how many hours of sleep? How many hours of sleep did I have specifically today? The other day was 5 hours, but specifically today, I think it was 7. I think it was 7. But that was because I overslept. Because normally I try to get up at like 11:30, just so I could like have a little bit of breathing room, and today I even set my alarm to 12 because I was like, you know what, I am exhausted. Let me set it to 12, and I hit my alarm off, and it was one of those moments where I was like, all right, I'm gonna just close my eyes until 12:20. Open my eyes, and it was 12:40. I was like, damn. I was like, I knew I should have got up, but I believe I had 7 today, so I felt fine, but it was that 5-hour day yesterday that was like crazy. I'm still kind of feeling it. And then when you throw overtime on top of that, and my job isn't like no mental job, it's a physical job, it's hell. It is hell. So now we're going to write down what calculating the amperage for a PSU looks like. So that's super dope. PSU. Says I didn't eat anything since morning to 9 p.m. at night due to excitement and kept working. I always respected God, and you are an inspiration to many. Hey, thank you so much, Aniket. And man, now you could be an inspiration to many, because now you know how many people on this web dev journey be wanting to like at least like, well, there's some people that really want to get into like big companies, but I've always told people to try and start small, like start wherever you could start. You know what I mean? So you can get that experience. But some people be like, they want to be somewhere else. But it's like, no, man, like you are literally the perfect example, because you're going to be working for this company, and then that experience can go and translate to another company, man, and you're going to get there. You know what I mean? You're going to get to where a lot of people who were watching me really wanted to go. I always told people I wanted it as a side hustle, but there was a lot of people there who really wanted it to be a career, man. So you could definitely be an inspiration to these people. Says you guys wake up from alarms. I always set like a 5 and still never wake up. No, for me, it depends on if like I swear, I'm just the type of person where my mind just has to know. If that makes sense. Like if you don't tell me there's gonna be an alarm set, then it's like my body just won't wake up. I don't know what that is. But if I set the alarm, no matter where my phone is, I feel like it's like low key I'm expecting it or something in my sleep, that it makes it easier for me to wake up. And if I don't, man, it's just like it's hell. Because my partner, they always set alarms. I never hear not one of them. Today was the first time I finally set an alarm, and I like heard it. And every time I set my own, I hear it. And I'm like, that's strange. And then even so too, like I always have to tell my partner, because there's like two ways to wake me up. You can, because sometimes I'm like a heavy sleeper. So I'll be like, listen, you gotta tell me either that I have to stream, and it's like I just get up. I don't know why. I just hear it and I'm like, oh. But if they tell me anything else, like, oh, get up, get up, like I'm not moving, like, and I don't hear it either. Because if I hear it, I would actually get up. So I'd be like, no, you have to say I'm streaming, or you have to say I'm late for work. Like even if I'm not late for work, say it, and I'll jump off this bed. It's hilarious. Says I'm currently waking up without an alarm when I sleep late. Only then I put an alarm. And yes, I sometimes even wake up before the alarm. No, yes. I have those moments too. But all week, that's why like 2 days ago pissed me off. Because I think I also woke up a little bit late yesterday. Or it might have been the day before. I don't remember. But there was a day where I kept waking up at 11:30 like naturally. But then all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. I just woke up at 12. It was like 12:20. I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "So you're telling me I'm naturally waking up at 11:30 for one of these days to not do that?" And it's just crucial cuz I got to stream right before work. So I'm like, now I got to stream right now." You know what I mean? Like wake up, stream right now, and then have your like downtime, but you got to get ready for work. So it's not even downtime. But it's so funny though. Hopefully, I can come up with a better sleeping schedule because I can't believe I underslept. And then today, right now, like even with the way I'm feeling, it could granted be because I just got up, but I still feel like exhausted. What is today? Is my day off coming? Oof. Hey, listen, my day off is coming, so I'll take it for today. I'll take it for today. But that's the one thing that I feel like I really do like about my job is that it still gives overtime because you know how many jobs are about to stop giving overtime soon? All right, let me calculate the amperage. It says SB. It says Harisha's living the dream. No facts. What's up, SB? How do you retain the information you've learned? Honestly, I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me is when I write it in note, like when I read it out loud or in my head, is like one way for me to get it, and then two. Sorry, hold on. When I read it out loud is one way for me to get it. Two, when I write it, I feel like it makes me like re-hear it or like re-see it. And then three, I do quizzes to make sure that I'm understanding everything. Um, and I feel like maybe that is what could keep me understanding. Because there's even moments where I'm like, am I even retaining any of this? Because I keep talking and then like, yada yada. But then there's also things too where in my head, I write it down, but well, my day off tomorrow, not today. I gotta grind. But no, yeah. So there was a damn. What the hell was I just saying? What the hell was I just saying? You said, how do I retain the information? Oh, yeah, because there was like times where I would like speak to people, and then it's like I'm legitimately talking about what I've learned, and I'm like, how did I actually learn? Because I be yapping while writing. But there's also moments where like right now, when it comes to calculating the amperage, this isn't something I would necessarily need to know right now. Like I feel like, or not that I wouldn't need to know, but it's such an easy search. Like if I'm ever looking for amperage, it's just kind of like look up how to calculate amperage. It would be nice to kind of know it now as well, but I feel like this probably wouldn't be a question on a quiz. So even though I'm taking a note of it, there's also things that I know that I don't really need to know, if that makes sense. I just kind of know it or have it written because it's still important, but it might not pop up on like no type of quiz or no type of like who the hell is gonna ask me this and expect me to actually know unless like I'm trying to buy them or trying to buy a cheap power supply with amperage. You know what I mean? Unless their main question is, what power supply should I get? That's the only time I would need to be like, oh, okay, so we need to figure out the amperage and blah, blah, blah. So in my head, it's like, yeah, I could write it down now, but I might not need it until way later. Says, do you have offs on Saturday? Nope. I have to, like, at our job, anyone can have different days off. As of right now, though, I have Sunday, Monday off. That's currently my schedule. It's Sunday, Monday off. But people at my job, they just have different days off. Which I think they personally should just do. All of us having Saturday, Sunday off. But I feel like they probably feel like people won't show up throughout the week, and they don't trust it, so they try to put different days off, so kind of force people to show up. But yeah, I got Sunday, Monday off, and for a while, like for a while of my streaming, I don't know if y'all noticed. Well, some of y'all were here from web dev, some of y'all weren't. But from web dev, I remember I used to stream Monday, Tuesdays because that used to be my day off for 7 months. I just got to switch to I want to say Sundays like 2 months ago. Like it was hell. For 7 straight months of me doing like basically the web dev journey, I was working Monday. I had to work on Sunday, and Sunday at this job is like the worst thing you could do. And I couldn't change my schedule because with the way it works, it's like you kind of have to. With the way it works, it's like people who were there longer get the better choice. So it's like if I can't get the choice, I just got there kind of. I think I've been working at this job for almost 2 years. Well, I've been working at this job technically for 2 years, but it's been three. But they don't really count that first half. So it's been like 15 minutes, and you get load time, get started. I've already been studying, y'all. Damn, you know what? You know what I learned? Actually, when it comes to this streaming thing, is I learned because you guys can't see me like writing notes, either it's on the screen or in my notebook, that it doesn't look like I'm studying. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is honestly buy another camera because I feel like that's why a lot of people when they click in and they hear me talking and they click off, I think it's because they think I'm not studying. But it's like I'm legitimately studying. I just don't I multitask. Like I'm writing notes like right now as we speak. Everything that I highlight on the screen is me writing notes. So I'm like, damn, I need to get another camera. You're not the first person, Annika. Everybody, if people be telling me to start taking notes or to start studying, I'm like, I'm studying. But yeah, so I have to definitely invest in a camera. And I do have one, but the camera quality is still a little bit like glitchy. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to set up the camera maybe like right on my hands. And then what I'm thinking is probably throwing a tiny image. I don't know. I have to think of how to set up the screen, but I want to put like it's gonna be a tinier image of me writing. So hopefully people can see that I'm studying. Hopefully, because I feel like that's probably why people are clicking off, and that's probably why my streams, um, well, they get pretty much like regular numbers, but it's like I'm like, no, yeah, I could tell because if I swipe into someone's stream that's supposed to be a study stream, and I feel like they're not studying in the first 3 seconds, I'm leaving, and then it's like, but I am, but you can't tell them because they don't care. So buy 4 cams, we need all the angles, no facts. So you came ask about training yourself according to your goal, and ChatGPT will prepare you. No facts. Says people go off when you stop replying and study. It's the replies that make them hang on. No fact. Well, the thing is though, is I do be replying to people. I think it truly comes down to me. I think it comes down to them thinking I'm not studying. I think that's truly what it is. Because I always read my comment section. So if they wanted to comment, I could reply to them. But they don't stay or comment. And I feel like that's the problem because it's like I could see my number will jump up to like 12, jump up to 8, and then it's quick when people leave, but it's because they think I'm not studying. And it makes sense because if I see, like I said, if I see someone sitting here like yapping, I'm gonna be like, oh, there's no way they're talking. Like y'all be getting tricked sometimes, and y'all be knowing. I say, Harish, you told me like 3 times before. I think in like 3 different streams that I need to study. Like you're like study. I'm like I'm studying. Sometimes y'all even get tricked because I'm so like yapping and it doesn't look like I'm doing anything. It's so funny though. I find it hilarious. I just need to make sure I set up this second camera just in case, just so people can see that I'm writing in this notebook. Ensuring stability. And then we kind of got that, and then estimating the need. So finally, now they're going to make this a little bit more easier. So for a typical PC, 300 watts, 500 power supply is often sufficient. However, a system with high graphics card, which would be mine's, because I want one with a high graphics card, and a power supply in the 850 watts to 1,200 watts. Oh my goodness. Range or higher to ensure it can supply enough amperage for 12 plus is it plus 12 voltage? Is that how you say that? Mm, Alright, so let me do a typical PC and then what the high-end graphics card is, and I think that could probably be my example. Because, of course, there's going to be times where I'm probably building PCs for, like, professionals who don't probably really need anything too crazy with their graphics card. So this is always stuff that I'd be thinking about. But like I said, I just feel like a lot of this probably wouldn't be a question. But I feel like always the main stuff, it always stands out to me. But I do need to try and take, like, a fundamentals quiz, specifically when it comes to hardware, because I haven't gotten to software yet. For some reason, ChatGPT is taking me down a whole loop with hardware. Hopefully, I can end up finishing. Well, I did start a little bit late today, and I think I only have like 40 minutes or 30-ish minutes compared to last time. But I believe I'm going to need to like study up. Wait, no, because I think they still got me doing hardware. It was weird. I don't know. I gotta see. Maybe you need to know all this stuff about hardware. Maybe you don't. But I do need to find like a quiz. Or maybe I could just ask ChatGPT for like a 20 question quiz that's similar to an IT fundamental quiz. Like, do I know my fundamentals? Obviously not all of it because I don't know anything about software, but hey, what is up, some? What is up? If one is not studying, it says study with me works well in the title. If one is not studying alongside in a study stream, then that's no good, I believe. No facts. But sometimes it could be like a little bit of a motivator too. It could be a little bit of a motivator. Maybe they watch it and then get up. No, I'm just kidding. They watch it and then go. By the way, if y'all are new here, man, make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button. I will be hopping on live every day, trying to become a network engineer, trying my hardest. Gonna do everything I need to do to learn. Oh, we finished the amperage. Then that was actually a full page of notes. And lastly, for the power supply, we need to, let me see, because I think I bookmarked it. I didn't. I know it was amperage, the basic teaching of amperage for a power supply. I think the last one was voltage. I think, right? Was it voltage? I don't know, I might have to go through my history. Let me see. Was it voltage? Actually, hold on. Because I don't know why I can never find, like, where, oh. Wait, no. Voltage. Please just tell me. Sorry, I don't like scrolling in my ChatGPT on camera. Basic teaching of amperage, understanding power supplies. I just never looked up what I was looking for. I can't find my Google search. Oh, connectors. Woof, I would have wasted so much time. Because at first I was going to just do voltage. I'm like, maybe that's it. But I think I'm going to connectors. I can't wait. I'm going to have to self-quiz myself today. I'm probably going to do it, like, obviously when I'm at work. Because that makes a little bit more sense. Actually, did I fix this? I never fix these. It's because I don't come on time. It's my fault. Alright, let's go. PC power supply connectors. Let's see if we can find a good website. Let's see. Well, are they called the cables? So the 24-pin, maybe we could use this website. Building a PC is mostly easy, and once you have all the components in hand, it's the fun part. Oh, this is the fun part? Oh, okay, because I was actually afraid of the connecting. I was afraid of the cables. So connecting all the cables from your power supply is an essential part of your building experience, but can sometimes be a bit overwhelming when it comes to plugs that look similar but are actually completely different. All connectors are keyed, so theoretically you cannot connect anything wrong. Woof! Oh wait, theoretically though, what are they talking about? So connector all cables from the power supply is an essential part of your building experience. I guess we know that. We don't need to write that. I think the only thing that kind of came off nice was this. Let me go and do PSU, power supply, connectors. Yeah, I was always wondering where the wires came from. Cause I was like, do I just get the wires? But I'm assuming it probably comes with your power supply. Cause I thought maybe it came with the motherboard, but I'm like, no, because all of it connects to the power supply. I'm sure they don't want you touching that. So it's probably already plugged in. Alright, so let's go and do this. So today I continue to like look a lot more into what I wanted to do and like what I want to be, because I would love to become, like I said, a network engineer. I feel like it's one of the most realistic, it's one of the most realistic routes, but also very passionate route that I want to go. And I feel like I could really do it. Like I said, my biggest thing is like the job itself. I think it's going to be very well, right? Especially because because at first I was kind of nervous because I was like, seeing all those tech layoffs. But when you really pay attention, it was really just management and software engineering. And then like, I think it was something else. So it's like mainly the people who got laid off though were the software engineers. So it's like the coders. And I don't think I had anything to really do with like coding in itself, or like AI replacing coding. I think it might have just been people who got comfortable, and or it could have been budget cuts, and maybe they fired people who were a little bit older, right? Let go of the older people, like let them figure it out, right? Especially because the younger people, they're getting paid a little bit cheaper, so they don't gotta do too much. So let's look at it together so that we can see. Okay, oh, here's a connector. Wow, 24. So the 24-pin connector is the most important connector for the motherboard. It has a latch and to ensure that it's properly seated. Where? Oh, nice. Locks into place when fully inserted. We can start there and talk about this pin. But no, yes, I was looking and I don't think it was necessarily about AI like coming into the coding space. I think it simply was just people who just didn't grow, or they probably just needed to do like a certain budget cut or whatever. But when I was looking into like maintaining networks and then even looking into like IT infrastructure, because that in particular is hands-on like hardware type of things. So it's like I dare a robot to start building my IT machine. Like I'll be like, what the hell? I'll be like, oh my gosh, you guys, we're done. You know what I mean? And then also too, system admin isn't a bad way to go, but it's kind of like it's similar, but it's kind of different because like obviously you're using you're networking, right? There's a little bit of a difference. Like you might want to still go for the same certifications, but I think when it comes to system admins, you're kind of more focused on the Linux or like Windows side of thing. Like you're kind of on the computer. I feel like I like networking because it's like we're focusing on the network and some of it could be, hands on, others are on the computer as well. So, and it kind of gets you to be able to like move around. I don't really want to sit as often. But then again, I wouldn't really care if I was sitting, especially when you come from like a physical job. Mm-mm. Like when your body is basically what pays you. I hate that. I cannot wait to transition to where it's like my mental is what pays me. Or a yes and no is what pays me. I think that'd be super dope. But like I said, my only thing is like how fast I want it because I don't understand why. But like in my heart of hearts, I'm like really like I hope I could land a networking role in 2027. And like I don't care if it's at a small firm. I don't care if it's an internship. I don't care if it's I don't know, volunteer work, shadowing, just anything to get my hands on something that is a network that I could put on my resume. Cause like I said, I just know exactly where I want to work. And where I want to work, I feel like is probably the easiest. It's just they're not gonna hire me unless I have experience. And that's where it's kind of like crappy. So that's why I'm gonna have to work for like either a contractor, like just anyone who would hire me under that name. And I think contracting is probably gonna be the best thing, but they really want you to like obviously kind of know more than they have to teach you. So make sure the latch is facing up. Yeah, because they basically want you to know more than they have to teach you. So it's like if I'm ever gonna take a contracting role, like I better be confident in my skill. I better be confident, especially too. Like there's certain places that be like 5 years of experience. Who knows if people are even applying to those with 5 years of experience? So I'm like, if I try to apply to certain positions that can give me like a networking role at least, I hit that and I do that for like 6 months to a year. Hopefully, I could end up transitioning or applying internally to that position, and I feel like it's a little bit more guaranteed doing it that way. But the hardest part is just gonna see if I could find any job that'll put my name title under networker or like to network technician or even networking engineer, junior networking engineer, right? Something like that I feel like would be helpful. But another way too is like I don't mind having to do IT infrastructure and having to do that at the specific job that I want to work at because once I'm in the actual IT team, then I'm kind of set and all I would really need to do is just I already have IT experience, you already see me there, and then I could probably, let people know that I've been looking more into networking, get my little recommendation and then try to apply. And I know that they open, networking positions or they open a lot of positions throughout the year. Like it could be 40 plus positions because so many people are moving and there's so many different teams to work with. So I'm surprised a lot of people don't think to go to this like particular place or go to these places. But I think the problem is that they do, but what they don't get is that they keep trying to apply externally because they don't want to do what the actual work is, right? But no, you got to apply internally. Try to get in the job through a different position and then apply. I think that's the best way you kind of secure your chances because your internal supply apply is going to do better. I think that was another thing too. There was like this girl who was doing coding and I think she was like working at the front desk or something. I think she was like a front desk person, but she was really interested in coding and she was working for a tech company. So she would literally like talk to all the tech people and like learn what she needed to learn to the point where they would call her like the front desk. I forgot what she was studying. I think web designer, like the front desk software engineer. Like she understood things. So then the manager literally told her like, "Yo, put in an application. Let's see like if we'll hire you." And she was like really grinding on her knowledge. So by the time, she ended up applying, she got right in. And it was probably because, more than likely, well, obviously her grind and like learning and wanting to learn. But also, too, it's the fact that she was internal. They prefer anybody internal over somebody who comes off the street. And then, it's just, I feel like I just I would have to study really hard if I want to stand out. Like, I would need to actually know everything rather than being like, yeah, I'm gonna apply and hopefully they teach me. It's like, I mean, hopefully they would like help me understand their system, but it's like at some point I need to stop being like the student and just be the one that like knows what the hell I'm doing, which is why I can't wait to eventually get hands on with things because I feel like I only feel a little bit fearful now because of course I'm still only learning the IT fundamental part. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like what if I don't get it, like IT infrastructure, or what if I don't understand system admin or this and that? It's like, yeah, you of course you're gonna feel that way because you never studied for it. So I just gotta continue pushing, keep going, and keep studying for it. You said, who is she? You said Google Lens plus connector pins photo. And then you said, who is she? I have no idea who. Oh. I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name, but she was on this podcast, and I don't remember the podcast. But it was some girl from YouTube, and I remember seeing her talking about that and seeing like that story, and I was like, wow. But that's why internal transfers, they're the best thing that you could do. Like if you know a company, like and I think this might be like really some sauce right now. If you know a company, whether it's a tech company, they should almost have a position for something else, whether it's like custodial, whether it's, you know, front desk, whether it's like I don't know what other positions there could be, but positions like that. If you know the tech company you want to get into, literally apply for that position. Like apply for the help desk. I mean help desk. Apply for the front desk. Apply for the blah blah blah. Because when you finally put in your application, it would be an internal transfer. And then guess what? You could talk to the team of people you want to work with, and then try to learn from them. Obviously, not everybody is going to be nice, but try to learn to the ones that are going to be nice and want to teach you. And it's like it's just honestly the best way to go, because then now you get recommended, or their manager is going to see you guys talking, whether it's on break or something. And so because sometimes managers, they're just around, and if they continue to see you constantly, and then your coworkers keep talking about you, some point you're going to be able to get into that industry. And not a lot of people do it. Like she was like one of those stories, like 'cause I remember I used to listen to stories like all the time, or those podcasts all the time. She was like one of those stories where I was like, wow, I've never heard anything smarter. Like I'm shocked that people don't try to do it like this. And you could do it for any job, literally any job, because they would have just 100% and prefer an internal transfer. Like even at my job, if somebody internally like goes to apply for a certain position, like let's say, yeah, internally if you go to apply for a position, all of it has to go to our building. And if no one applies for it, if no one takes it, then it gets pushed out. You know how many things haven't been pushed out because everybody in our building just takes it? So it's like, I'm like, hey, you gotta be a little bit smarter, man. But sometimes though, depending on the company, if it's like a smaller company, big company, or if some people are just biased, right? It's gonna be difficult. But I feel like for my company, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. If it's up, apply for it. It can't get pushed out to other people. And then people are sitting there probably waiting, like, oh, I can't. I hope this, like, outside of the company, they're probably waiting, like, I hope this company, puts out a position. It's like they probably already got an internal transfer. Like, no position is coming out, sir. Or there's gonna be like one position when you could have been internal in those five. It's crazy. So, however, there is no downside to having both. So if you have the necessary connectors on your power supply, you can simply connect both. But what does it do again? It uses 4-pin, 4-pin, and 8-pin, or even 2. Okay. Sorry. Goodness. To see if you really need to connect both, as this may be only necessary if you plan to overlock your Oh, okay. Make sure the latch is facing the right way when you plug it in and that is fully inserted. I guess I'll write that. Latch correct. Correct way. Fully seated. I don't even know what that means. All the way down. Oh my goodness, my nose. If your motherboard only uses a 4-pin connector, you could use an 8-pin EPS 12V connector and simply pull it apart in the middle to split it into two 4-pin what the hell? It doesn't matter which one you use to connect to the 4-pin ATX 12.4 connector on the motherboard. Again, ensure that the latch is facing the right way when you plug it in. That is crazy. But then why have two then? Like, why should I buy an 8-pin and then split it? Oh, does it? Wait. No, yeah, because this is 8. But it's saying if it doesn't have this one, split it apart, and then what? It will just hang on the side in this hole right here? Like, what do we. Whatever. I guess it's just gonna hang to the side. So let me write that. Can split the 8-pin EPS 112V connector in half apart to be a 4-pin. Perfection. So now we are jumping down to the 6-pin. Make sure I end up leaving a like, by the way. Completely forgot about that. Make sure y'all leave a like. If y'all are new here, hit that subscribe button. Come join me on this journey. We'll be going live every single day. And today, I hope I should be able to release my video. If my video does not get released, I'm sorry. That is straight apologies from my end because I don't know what the hell is happening. So now we're getting into the 6-pin connector. But I feel like because it's 124, I might as well just hop off because I'm going to get off at 1:30. Or not hop off, but like talk to y'all for the last 5 minutes. So we learned a pretty good amount. I feel like I probably learned a lot more about amperage and the calculation. Did I even write down the calculation? Because I told myself to write it. Oh yeah, I did. It's power equals voltage times current. That's dope. That is dope. So we ended up getting the amperage. I actually am starting to feel a little bit more awake, so maybe it was just because I woke up. That was probably the issue for real because, man, I don't know what the hell would be going on. Sincerely. Because I'm just exhausted. I'm done. Oops. Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry, I accidentally put the volume up on my thing. I'm exhausted. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm a super static man because like every day, and like I could literally talk about this every day because my dream is like it's really just what pulls me and makes and like pushes me to go forward, you know? And I just really pray that I can get into like becoming either a network engineer, IT infrastructure, system admin, like sometime in 2027. Sometime in 2027, like I just pray, like I'm grinding. Because I honestly feel like based on the way I'm learning right now, it being November 15th, I feel like I should be able to finish the fundamentals in probably 15 more days, like I would say the month. And the reason why I say that is because I don't have that much time to study every day. I only have an hour right before work, and then that's it. Oh wait, hold on, let me see. You said the hardware involves a little bit of electrical engineering fundamentals, plus you were learning computer science too. Hey, that's what's up. That's dope. That is super dope. I'm happy for that. But no, yeah, because I really wanna become like a, I just want to get into IT by 2027, man. But I don't want to get in the sense of like help desk, because I just refuse to leave like my good job for a help desk position. Like I will go to help desk, but I'm not gonna just start there and then climb up the career. Like I just don't have the time to do that. I don't have the like I need to pay my bills. Like so I can't do that. Like I need to start at a certain pay. I need to start in a certain position. I need it to feel like a little bit stable. But I'm not saying I completely think I could skip help desk. No. Well, I'm thinking I could probably apply to either help desk or tier two based on when I get all those projects, but it really just depends on where I'm at currently. But then I want to be able to take those months to kind of do that job, probably 3 months of doing that job, resigning because there's just no way I could stay longer and I'm not bouncing back between two jobs. That's just not about to happen. Not yet, at least. Not for a help desk position. But then I feel like with that experience, I can either then try to continue to of course build up my skills, make more projects, or not even projects, like legitimately do stuff for family, like actually do people's routers, or even buy my own router and just do something random here and buy a bunch of stuff that could look like networking, right? And then from there I would hope that I could apply, because I was listening to this dude who kind of gave me like motivation, because it was weird because I had the mindset first but he actually did it like when I watched it. And I guess with him, he was saying how he ended up doing like this, he got this contracting role, but he said he got like someone reached out to him, but he happened to get this contracting role for networking. Like I think it was like networking engineer or networking technician, and it was $21 an hour. But because of like all the overtime and or what they were like billing him at, I don't remember. It was like $44 an hour. So he was like, they're paying me $44 an hour here. So by the time he got a new networking job, he was actually able to negotiate it, even though he was a junior, or not junior, but he was a networker. I think he worked at that job for 2 years or something like that. Oh wait, no, it was not 2 years. I think it was 6 months. I'm like, 2 year contract is crazy. I think it was 6 months. And then he was able to use that experience to then get a real networking role that was immediately 44. Obviously, I'm not expecting that, but I feel like that is crazy. So like I'm kind of trying to go down that route where it's like, like learn all the networking stuff I need, try to get the help desk position because of course they're going to want me to have some work experience, but then maybe find like a small firm, find a contract role after I learn all of the like networking stuff. Find all that like that type of role, but it has to be a small firm. It has to be a company that is going to be willing to hire me as a networker because they need networkers. They don't care. Like they're not going to care whether or not I've done this, that, this, well, obviously they're going to care about my projects, but they're not going to care about the work experience. If they think I know how to do networking based on my projects, my interview, and based on my certifications, they're just going to hire you way quicker than like a big company, because a big company is going to be like, nah, you need to rise up. You need to start help desk tier one, tier two, tier three, and then think about coming over here. And it's like, oh, I don't have that time to do that. So it's like, I think I have a good plan. I think it would work. The only thing is that I don't know if it's gonna work as fast as I would want it to. I'm having a feeling that I'm probably gonna land the networking firm or land the networking role in 2027, but I feel like I'm not gonna get to the actual job I want to be at until 2028. And that's truly like my mindset, but I want to try and get there as quick as possible. So this hardware involves a little bit. Oh, wait, what about that? Says you plan to say, I paused my game after transferring from the help desk to get to the next level. You plan? Oh, I was like, what? I'm dead. I'm dead. But no, yeah. Hopefully everything just ends up working. And the problem is too, it's like I get excited about it, but sometimes I just get nervous. But I have to always tell myself, like, the only person that's putting pressure on myself is me. Like, why is it that I feel like I need to be in that position by 2027? Why would it be okay if I could get there by 2028, by 2029? Like, why do I feel the need to want to like get there so young? And then that's the thing too, I was gonna say, I think it's because of my age, because I'm 22. I know a lot of people would have loved to start at this time, but in my head I'm like, by 2027 I should be 24 ish. Yeah, I should be 24. So then, well, technically 23, but until like September I should be 24. And I'm like, I really would want to, you know. Wait, no, what am I talking about? I'll be 23. Oh yeah, never mind. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. Yeah, so I'll be 24. So I'm just like, I don't know why I want it so bad at 24. Like, why can I get it at 25 or 26? Like, I don't see the issue. Because a lot of people start trying to figure their life out or start trying to think like me or move like me when they're 30, 35. So in my head, I'm like, I'm already starting early. So even regardless of what the next person's, like this person started at 18, I started 26, they started at 24. Like, why do I have to be like, no, I want to start at 24. I'm going to fight for it. Because the only thing that's going to do is if I don't do it by 24, I'm going to be disappointed. But in the end, it's not like it's not something that's gonna happen. That's what keeps bothering me too, because it's like if it doesn't happen in a year, it's gonna happen regardless. Because IT, specifically with networking, IT infrastructure, all that type of stuff, specifically that always needs people. So it's like it's gonna happen regardless. It just might not happen at the speed I'm thinking. So like, why doesn't that bring me comfort? I don't know. Some days it does. Some days it doesn't. Some days I'm like, no, I need it. I need it like right now. I'm like, bro, come on. But I think the problem is just like, I really want to find my career job. I feel like I'm seeing people around me who are finding their careers. They're finding like everything they want to do. And then for me, I'm just like, I work a good job. I have a career job here, but it doesn't have the cap pay that I would like, for one. But then two, it's not my passion, right? And I'm seeing people around me who are able to work their passions. And then I'm like, damn, I want to be in IT. So I'll be catching you on the next one though. If y'all are new here, probably not, I'm not sure. Make sure you end up hitting that like button. Make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button. Come join me on this journey. I will be documenting every single day of me learning IT support to hopefully eventually down the line become a networking engineer or become an IT infrastructure or even a system admin, right? We're open to all routes. So make sure you end up tuning in. You hit that sub button. I will be on every single day. Tomorrow at 12. Oh, actually, I'm lying because tomorrow is Sunday. I will be on, but tomorrow is Sunday. And normally on Sundays or and Mondays, I don't stream at the same time. Sunday, Mondays, I stream a little bit later in the day because on Sundays people are at church, so I don't want to like stream at 12. I want y'all to enjoy church. I even do sometimes I do like a home church around that time or a little bit later in the day. So it's like I do it later, maybe around 4 p.m. But I don't want to get your hopes up. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be doing for tomorrow. And then same thing for Monday. It should be a little bit later in the day. But other than that, Sunday Mondays, other than Sunday Mondays, I normally do 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. So I'll be catching you on the next one. I gotta go to work. So you are going? Yes. Deuces. Love y'all. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you for tuning in.